Hello, wonderful pianists and musicians. Josie here from Creative Music. I often hear classically trained pianists when it comes to improvising that they feel it's very intimidating and that it might sound like jazz theory or complex and endless scales, which could be one way to go. But I want to say that it's way more gentle and accessible than you think it is. You just need to think of it as expressing yourself and reconnecting with your creativity using the language you already know, which most of you are classically trained, I believe. So it's not so much about perfection, it's more about expressing, as I was saying, and expressing yourself and giving yourself the permission to explore with curiosity and without judgment. This is very important because when you judge yourself, you're shutting down a part of your brain that wants to flourish and blossom, and you're just shutting it down when you're judging yourself. And as classically trained pianists, we're so used to correcting every note that we're playing, and it's actually the opposite that we want to do when we improvise. So first, before we touch the keys, because we're going to explore a few activities today, a few exercises, so before we touch the keys, I just want to say that improvisation is not about perfection, it's rather about expression and curiosity. And think of it as a conversation with your instrument, a dialogue with sound and silence, your instrument. And it's not a test, it's just like an intimate conversation. So, the first exercise that I want you to do is to close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. And then while you're doing this, I will ask you to reconnect with your feelings and express the feelings of the moment. It could be joy, it could be sadness, it could be stillness, it could be anything, excitement that you're feeling at the moment, and just to hum or sing a short melody. And you could just start with one sound, like for instance, I'm gonna close my eyes and connect with myself. I'm feeling quiet this morning. This is my sound. And then how can I create 2 sounds like now? And 3 sounds. That's the fourth one. So just 2, 3, 4 sounds, 5 sounds, and you can already create a melody. And that simple act of humming and connecting with your inner feelings and with the moment, what you're feeling in the moment, this simple act reconnects you with your creativity. And that's at the root of all improvisation. Because we think of improvisation as learning skills and mastering all modes and everything. Although this could come later, it's not about those scales. Scales are tools. It's about this process of connecting with your inner musical landscape. So, connecting with your feelings, expressing them, it could be joy, it could be fun, it could be excitement, it could be sadness, melancholy. So, anything that you feel in the moment, you start with one sound that we could call a quality sound, and you connect it with a second sound and a third sound while being curious, while exploring with curiosity without judging yourself. And if you're a little bit out of tune, so what? It doesn't matter. What I want you is to reconnect with that inner feeling and with your listening also. What do I feel like exploring? What do I feel like um, what do I feel like expressing at this moment? And that's how an authentic improvisation appears, shows up when we're authentic with how we're feeling and what we want to explore, not what it should be. So that's completely different. Now, I want to break the myths of endless scales and rules. As I said to you, scales are not rules, they're tools. You're gonna be using scales, but they're not the rule of everything. It's just a tool. That's clear. And the real magic happens when you listen to what you want to play and when you're honest and authentic to what you want to play. Now, another way of approaching improvisation, and that could be used in any case, any scale or any new style you're studying, it's called calls and responses. So I'm going to give you a call and I'm just going to show you which notes I'm playing so that you have an idea. And I'm going to play the 5 first notes of the D minor pentascale, or the D minor pentascale. The 5 first notes of the whole D minor scale, or D Dorian with a B natural. So whatever you want to explore, just take the first 5 notes for now. And I'm gonna give you a call, and you're just gonna, experiment with the order of the notes that you want to explore with. Let's say I'm doing like this. You can respond. All right, so for the purpose of this tutorial, I don't want you to look so much at the staff. I just wanted to give you ideas, but now rely more on your ear. You can explore, just to start with, you can just explore playing notes from that D minor pentascale. And just listen to how the notes relate to each other, not so much what it should be again, but how they sound one after the other. And you can give them numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2. And just hear and listen how you can maybe pair certain notes, how you can relate the notes, how the notes relate, and how they create intervals. And be curious and listen inside to what you think could be fun to explore, and also add dynamics. See, you can play with rhythms, you can play with articulation, and you can go. So I'm gonna give you a call and you respond to it. Respond. Keep going. Your turn. My turn. you to experiment is responding to my calls, sometimes by copying, sometimes by just keeping the main rhythms and getting inspired by what I played, or something completely different, and explore different articulations, different dynamics, different moods. With just 5 notes, we can do so much, and you can expand to the full scale afterwards. And what I was playing in my left hand is a descending scale, D, C, B flat, A. So for those of you who want to experiment hands together, that's something you can do at first, and go slow, because when we improvise the right hand and we want to keep the left hand going, that's always something that all my students struggle with, to keep the left hand going and being steady and while improvising with your right hand. So that's something else. And so I just wanted you to experiment what it is to have a dialogue with your instrument and yourself, and with sound and silence, and to listen and to embark on this journey of curiosity. Where is it going to lead me, or where is it going to lead us, and we never know. And if we know too much where we want to go, it's not improvisation. It has to be spontaneous, and that's the thing that most classically trained pianists are afraid of, and I understand, because I've been there too. But the more you open up to not knowing and to explore, the more it's exciting, and it becomes magical, and you let room for something unexpected, and it's really, really fun. So I'm wishing you to experiment with these tips, and to maybe give yourself a 3 to 5 minutes a day, and minutes a day, so that you can just let your hands explore without knowing what you want to play. I'm all in the black keys right now, and try sounds together, textures, a story, emotion. Without any judgment, just let yourself explore. Don't worry about the result. It's more about the process of exploring with sounds. What if I do this with this? And how do I feel at the moment? What's my story? Where am I? What time of the day? What's happening with me? And then you create your story and you stay with it. And if you're feeling that nothing matters, except what you're experiencing in the moment, that's where it's really working. As soon as we're coming out of the moment and we're either commenting or judging or thinking of something else, that's where the improvisation loses its magic. So stay with it, be in the zone, explore like kids when they're in their sandbox and they're playing with this, and they're so absorbed. So that's the feeling you should have. And I just want to say that improvisation is not reserved only for jazz musicians. They're great, but we can, as classically trained pianists, we can also explore within our own language. And it can be more gentle and accessible than you think it is. You just have to give yourself permission to do it. And it's a universal language that each of you already has and already speak inside. So with kindness and curiosity, you can unlock a new level of artistry and joy and connection. So this is what I'm wishing you today, to everyone. And if you want to comment in the comment section, if you want to send your videos inside the group, if you want to share any reaction or any insights or breakthrough, feel free to do it. So I'm always happy to read your comments and questions and videos when you feel. It's really nice, and I want this community to feel all together in this journey of improvisation. So enjoy, let's create, let's improvise together, everyone. Bye bye.